All right, what's up out there? Love Them Knives channel here. So what do we got there? We got the WE Ignition, okay? The WE Ignition. It's the 715, and this particular one is the 715D, as in dog, as in it's not a partially blackened blade. This is a stonewash blade, VG10 steel, titanium frame lock flipper, G10 blue scale on the front. This is a cool knife. I got a buddy out in Hawaii who is interested in this knife. I did my Trader's Corner video and this was in the picture, and he goes, my wife has given me permission to get one more knife before the end of the year. So he says, is the detent good on this? I guess he likes detent. If you like detent, brother, come on down to Detent City, because this thing has got detent. This thing's tough. Man, that's a 7.5 on my detent scale. Now, I don't know. Maybe I got my fingers in the way here. Nah, not really. That's pretty good detent. Now, it's getting a little bit smoother. You know, your first flip is your worst flip, or maybe your first flip is your strongest detent flip. But it's a little bit more viable than it was when it first came out of the pouch, because it was really, really strong. Really stronger detent than I'm really interested in. I like mine not quite this strong, but this is really snappy. You know, and I guess you can argue on that. I mean, just put some gusto into it and it'll fly out. But wow, this is all titanium here. And then you've got, you know, see, they give you the hardware that's titanium. It's that proprietary hardware, and they give you the tool for that. Stonewash, blade, stonewash, and except on the satin flats here. Obviously, you got jimping on your flipper tab. It's a fairly slender profile here, so your fingers go round and round and round. But you know, actually, it's not bad. It's not too shabby here. You got this little cutout in the blade. Check this out. What do you think? Oh man, thank you for the detent. Thank you, WE Knives. Appreciate that. Oh, forget it. Forget it. I mean, I'm trying to get the fat end of my thumb in this thing, and it ain't working. And it ain't gonna work that way either. So, nah. Okay, I'm done. I give up. Flipper tab for me. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can get their thumb jammed in here. But man, or you get a model, or you get a specific unit that doesn't have that strong a detent, but this one does. Whew. At least you get a backspacer. That's kind of nice. I'm kind of like getting into backspacer as opposed to just a complete open design. And this is a nice compromise, I think. It's jimped. It's a bit above grade here on the scale, so at least it can provide some meaningful traction here. Nothing else here as far as jimping. You got a thumb ramp with jimping. That's nice. You've got a front choil for sharpening, but not for being able to do anything especially here. Got to stay back. Yeah, I mean, it's good from an ergonomic standpoint, and these WE Knives are just really good fit and finish, quality control. I'm going to say ceramic bearings. See, I said it. I think it's ceramic bearings. I watched Zell's. Well, these might be just regular steel. You know that? They look like it. Oh, this picture's from Zelric. I'm going to give you the link to Zelric. So I hope he doesn't come over here and beat me. I took this picture off of his review because I didn't want to take mine apart. And he already did a great job. See? And he was putting it back together with some stuff to keep the screws from backing out on you. In any case, no, you're right. That doesn't look ceramic to me, which is unusual because about every damn WE knife I've ever had in my hands had ceramic bearings on it. See where this teardrop looking steel insert is? It goes in here. Okay? That way, I mean, you don't have a liner, but you got to have something for your bearings to connect with there. I mean, to at least interface with there. And then the other side is your blade, right? So this, on this side, you got a steel washer. Wherever this ends, there's a cutout, but you put the steel washer in that side and bearing. So, not a problem. With the titanium, you got to have steel washer. And on this side, they put a steel insert thing, which is really cool. There's your backspacer, that kind of thing. Pocket clip. But I just thought it'd be interesting for you to see that specifically. You can see where that is. That's where your stop, your blade stop goes, pin that's down here. Because, you can, up here somewhere is where the, it is in the titanium. So yeah, it goes one side, it's got metal because it's got titanium. The other side, it's got nothing but plastic, but they made room for it on this insert. So just thank you, Zell. I appreciate it. I'm going to put the link to his deconstruction video of the WE Ignition, and his knife is exactly the same as mine. I guess we both like blue, and we're not too big on maybe the blackened, partially blackened blades. I'm not. I know that. So in any case, it's fairly light. It's not real big, but it's not real small either. Okay, so if you just have a standard size Manix, it's not a whole lot different in size. Switch your aspect ratio a little bit on this. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of your just standard EDC size knife. Let's see. Throw out the gripster. And what do we got? It's about the same, but look at, this looks so mammoth compared to this. This is small. You get your front choil, this is really nice ergonomically. It does feel good and comfortable in the hands. It really does. And you get it in an outer box, which is nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Get it? And there's a pouch that has all your good stuff in it. Like your polishing cloth. Like more silica gel packs than you can eat for snacks. I don't know why I guess they're going to keep it dry, that's for sure. And then there's your proprietary tool, and that slides in the other side. So that's good. It's all part of the great WE knife setup as far as getting your gear put together. It really does. They do a good job on that. Now, if you want to look at kind of just the basic stats here before we get too crazy. WE knife, ignition, frame lock, G10, 3.4 inch stonewash blade. $111. Okay, so you can argue about whether you think a G10 with a VG10 blade is worth $111. It's getting pretty competitive out there, especially, when Kaiser just knocked the crap out of the prices across the board, including Blade HQ, selling them at huge discounts. Makes it more difficult to kind of justify this, although, there's some WE knife enthusiasts out there really loving this. Okay, 7.8 inches, about 3.4 blade, 3.25 cutting edge. And let me see, 0.12 of an inch. So blade stock there, maybe 3 to 3.5 millimeters. VG10, drop point, hollow grind, stone wash, handle length 4.5. So it's not like a 5-inch long handle. There you go. Shallow finger grooves, jimping, sleek design. Yes, it is. Ball bearing pivot. So they're not saying ceramic. So most times they do if it is. There you go. G10 and titanium. Everyday carry. And there's your rest of it. Right hand tip up. It's manual. It's not an automatic. But you got a lanyard hole back here. And it's integrated into that back spacer, so it's tubed. Also, they've milled away here, so if your lanyard, your lanyard doesn't lift your knife up off the table, the lanyard will help the knife to lay flat. So, I think everybody ought to do that when they do a lanyard hole. I just think it makes sense. You know what? On the Blade HQ thing, it says right hand carry, but looks like it's right hand or left hand because that plate looks like it's removable and you can move the pocket clip to right hand or left hand. So am I reading crazy things? Because I just thought that it said right hand. And it doesn't say right or left hand that I saw anywhere on the information. So, no, not anywhere where I saw it. Oh, well, that's why we do what we do, right? Because, no, it doesn't say that. But obviously, there's a plate here for no reason otherwise, and right or left hand. In any case, light, easy carry. How light? I'll tell you how light it is. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Lord. And it's 3.1 ounces. I got things bouncing across the table. Okay, 98, no, 88. Now I can read. God, it's a miracle. 3.1 ounces, 88 grams. There you go. Yes, I knew it was light. Very light. Almost as light as Mr. Ultralight, because this is 2.8. So, not much difference in length. But it's pretty light. I guess when you didn't put the steel liners in there, that left some weight off. Yeah, 3 3/8, not quite 3.5 inch blade. So that's 85 millimeters, somewhere in there. And not really close to 8 inches. Really close. So 20 centimeters. Yeah, that's basically, that's got to be right, pretty doggone close to that Manix there. I know it looks a little smaller in that aspect ratio, but there you go. It looks the same size, which it is. And 0.47 of an inch, so it's pretty slender carry as well. 12 millimeters. Let's see the blade stock. 3.5, yeah. And what is that? 0.12. That's what they said. It's to spec that way. That's a thin little pocket clip. I haven't carried this, but yeah, that's pretty springy. That looks like it should go right in your pocket. Not deep carry, per se, but it's pretty reasonable. It's kind of right there in not too shallow, not too deep zone. And it's centered up. And wow. Yeah, that's good detent. It's really good detent. Yeah, nice and light. I like the design. I like this cutaway on this hole. I don't know what I'd do with it. But Can't finger flip it, not me. Solid knife. And, they come in different, different colors and stuff. Like any WE knife, it seems like they always have a lot of different options as far as colors. And partially blacked blade, that kind of thing too. So check it out online. I don't have a specific place to tell you about, Knife Center, Blade HQ, Knife Ship Free, wherever. Look for the best price. Yeah, I like it. I really do. The more I hold it in my hand and kind of mess with it, the more I like it. But it's really light, but it's really not that small. It's a full-size EDC. It just doesn't seem like it. It's so small. But slender, not much of a profile on that thing right there. Look at how it kind of just goes right into the scales. Good lines on it. Good flow on the design. I bet that is not much. Not much at all. Here's the highest part, right? So let's get it right at the highest part. Yeah, 1.15. That's not much. We've seen knives that were like 2 inches, like, oh my God. Yeah. So you can tell that's very slender carry. Not much real estate front to back in your pocket. I'm done. Take care, friends. Keep up with me on Instagram. My link to Instagram in the description box below. Oh, and my email address. Also, make your comments down there. We've got Trader's Corner on the 10th of every month. We got a pass around group if you want to participate. And we have table sales. And with the table sales, we have an advance notice list. People get to look and buy a day or two before it goes public. So you get the choice of the choice knives. Just be aware, because you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.